Section 7. Love incarnate in God's love. I would now like to share with you an even higher state of love. What form of love could be higher than forgiving love? I call it love incarnate. This love goes beyond the love of one person for another, and it goes beyond the status-related love that is associated with leadership and forgiveness. Love incarnate occurs when a person's very being emanates love. Even the briefest encounter with love incarnate will free you from worries and sufferings, awaken you to the truths, guide you to feel remorse for your mistakes, and return you to the right path. People who are love incarnate light up the world, bringing the flame of hope to all humankind. Their love is not necessarily expressed to a particular person, or by the beautiful words they speak, or through the kindness they show. They are love, and whenever they are present, love itself is present. They are love personified. People who embody love have been present throughout the history of humankind, their gifts a beacon to the ages. Love incarnate is associated with the giants of history, those who have towered above the rest by serving as the light of the world and becoming the very spirit of their age. Theirs is a love that radiates out in all directions, passing from themselves to countless masses and making them the embodiment of light. As you have probably guessed, this love belongs to the world of Tathagatas of the 8th dimension. Someone who embodies love in a particular historical period is actually the incarnation of a Tathagata. The very fact that this person has been born on earth is a great blessing for all humankind because their compassion is a light that shines impartially on all people. It is not a relative love, which varies in strength depending on the person to whom it is being given. A Tathagata's compassion is absolute and unbiased. As we've seen, the various levels of love correlate to specific spiritual dimensions. Fundamental love corresponds to the 5th dimension. Spiritually nurturing love corresponds to the 6th. Forgiving love corresponds to the 7th. And love incarnate corresponds to the 8th. It is especially valuable to see this correlation as our spiritual training brings us to higher levels of love. I have purposely not mentioned a form of love that corresponds to the 4th dimension, which is called instinctive love. Depending on how you direct this love, it can attune either to hell or to the astral realm in heaven. So this is not a love that we should aim for in our spiritual discipline. The highest form of love for the people of planet Earth is that of the 9th dimension. This love is known as an embodiment of God's love and love of a savior. However, this is too high a form of love for the majority of people to even aspire to. This is the level of love practiced by grand spirits such as Shakyamuni Buddha and Jesus Christ, those who have received the divine command of God, whom we call Buddha, to become his instruments and his greatest envoys. Most of us must be content with simply knowing that there is a level above love incarnate, God's love, that expresses his fathomless compassion for all humankind by guiding our ongoing evolution. This love is also known as Buddha's compassion. The act of distorting the words of God or Buddha, of conveying them incorrectly, is the gravest crime of all, more harmful than robbery or even murder. If religious leaders or other people falsely proclaim themselves to be saviors, what awaits them after death is not the heights of the 9th dimension, but the deepest pits of the 4th dimension's abysmal hell. How could this be a graver crime than murder? Because it harms the eternal soul, which is far more precious than any single incarnate lifetime spent on earth. To sum things up, the developmental stages of love are as follows. The instinctive love of the 4th dimension, which does not require any effort and is not a goal to which we aspire. Fundamental love, spiritually nurturing love, forgiving love, love incarnate, and finally God's love, which is beyond the scope of human endeavor.